My name is Adriana, and this is my persuasive speech. Ever been persuaded by a speech, but later realized that the speaker used fallacies to manipulate you? A fallacy is a mistaken belief, especially one based on an unsound argument. Recognizing fallacies helps in becoming more critical thinkers and make informed decisions. I will discuss two examples of persuasive speeches and fallacies they use, and why it's important to recognize them. In the first example, I will discuss the ad hominem fallacy, and in the second example, I will discuss the slippery slope fallacy. Let's begin by examining the first example. The speaker used the ad hominem fallacy. This fallacy occurs when instead of addressing someone's argument or position, you attack the person or some aspect of the person who is making the argument. The fallacious attack can also be direct to membership in a group or institution. So instead of attacking the policy itself, you would attack the person. That is the ad hominem fallacy. The speaker attempted to discredit their opponent's argument without actually addressing it. Recognizing ad hominem fallacies can lead to people making decisions based on irrelevant information. Let's move on to the second example. The second example is the slippery slope fallacy. The speaker used the slippery slope fallacy to argue against a proposed policy. This results in an extreme negative outcome. A slippery slope fallacy occurs when someone makes a claim about a series of events that would lead to one major event, usually a bad one. In this fallacy, a person makes a claim that one event leads to another event and so on until we come to a bad conclusion, which is why earlier I stated usually false or negative. The speaker argued that the proposed policy would have catastrophic outcomes. Recognizing slippery slope fallacies can create unnecessary fear or panic. Let's look at the call to action. We need to learn to evaluate the content of arguments and make informed decisions. Educating ourselves about common fallacies and staying vigilant. Let's sum up some of the main points that we looked at in today's speech. We discussed two examples of persuasive speech and fallacies they use and why it's important to recognize them. The slippery slope fallacy, which is a fallacy that usually ends in a catastrophic event. Basically, it is a series of events that would lead up to something catastrophic, and it creates panic or fear, which is unnecessary. The ad hominem fallacy is when the person is addressing you instead of addressing the policy. So that occurs when someone is argument or a position and he irrelevantly attacks the person or some aspect of the person who's making the argument instead of the policy itself. By recognizing fallacies, we can become more critical thinkers and make informed decisions. Don't let fallacies manipulate you into making uninformed decisions.